Everybody loves dads, stories, and the Marine Corps. What could be better than Marine Corps dads who tell stories? Here's another story with veteran storyteller John Sugar Jr., a Marine Corps dad.
Tonight, we're going to tell the story of the French fry spider. Once upon a time, there was a spider, and he lived in a house. It was an American house. And the spider was like every other spider. He liked to spin his little webs, and he liked to catch the little bugs, and he liked to suck them dry, like a little bug milkshake. And so, as he was putting a straw into a bug, and drinking said bug, he saw something. A little girl in the house had a Happy Meal. And in this Happy Meal, her mom let her get French fries instead of apple slices. And one of the French fries fell onto the floor. And a breath of wind took the smell from the French fry up to the spider, and the spider breathed in, and his brain went and he screamed in his little spider voice, "What was that?" And so down he came. He let down his little rope and Indiana Jones'd his way down onto the ground and ran over to the French fry, and he was like, "What is this?" And he took a deep breath of the smell of the French fry. And he's like, "This is amazing." And he took his straw and he jammed it into the French fry. And he tried to suck the potato out of the French, but it wasn't like a bug. And so he couldn't drink the French fry. And so he's like, "What do I do?" So he opened his mouth wide. And he went, and he took a humongoid bite of the French fry. And his brain went, because it tasted so good. He was like, "This is amazing! Why do people fight wars when we have this?" And he ate the whole French fry. His little spider body was just packed full of potato. And he dragged himself back over to the wall. And he went to the wall, and he tried to walk on it. You know how, like, spiders and bugs can walk on walls? He was like, and his little claws they wouldn't support his little fat body as he tried to go up the wall, and it wouldn't work. And he was like, "I'll just hang out down here then." So we had to wait until he was skinny again. And so he was just hanging out. He was like, "I don't want to eat bugs anymore. Bugs don't taste good." And I didn't even know until I had this French fry, and then I was like, and I didn't know, and now all I want are French fries. So he hatched a plan. He went after the little girl. He was like, "Help!" She couldn't hear him. He has a little bug voice. And he was like, and he heard her ask, "Mommy, can we go to McDonald's?" And the mom, not wanting to make dinner, said, "Sure, whatever, I'm not feeling like a good mom today." And so, not that your mother ever says this, and so the little girl got ready to go. She had to go get her shoes on. And the spider was waiting, hidden in a shoe next to her shoes. And he was drooling because he wanted another French fry. And as soon as she put her shoes on, he jumped out, grabbed onto her sock, and he hung there the whole time as she walked. And she got into the car, and she put her car seat Then she got into her car seat and put her seatbelt on. And he hung on. Hidden. Think invisible thoughts. And they drove to McDonald's. But they didn't go inside. The window rolled down. And someone asked, "Can I take your order?" And the spider was like, "I thought we were going in." So he let go of the little girl. Crawled through the car. Up to the top. And he was like, And he crawled onto the seat. And he perched on top, and the window was open. So he bent his legs, and he was like, "Shibah!" He jumped, and the mom rolled the window up. He smacked into the window and fell back down. He's like, "Ow." Because the mom didn't want the air conditioning going out into the world while she was waiting for the food. And he was like, "Okay, wait, they don't have food yet." So he waited there. And sure enough, the glass came down, and he yumped. Slow motion. And he hit the other window to the restaurant. He was like, but he had the smell. He had the hunger, and he knew what he wanted. So he fell out of the McDonald's. But he still smelled the food. So you know what he did? He crawled over to the dumpster where people would throw away their leftover French fries. And he built a web big enough to catch French fries. And every time French fries fell out, he'd catch him in his web. He'd wrap him up, take it home, and he would eat a French fry. And his little spider brain would go every single time until he died. Because you can't just eat French fries. You'll die. But the spider was happy until he died. So get apple slices. The end.
That was another story with John Sugar Jr., a Marine Corps dad. Check the show notes for links to his Patreon and website at creativegrumbles.com.